Yo, what's the deal? What's the deal? It's your man T History, man. What's the going on, man? Watch the backside, watch the phalanges. Peace to the globe, peace to all my people out there, saying the new kids on the block, peace to all my man Karan Rami, my man Street Knowledge, my man the Prince, Eminem. Hope y'all show still going good to my sis, Tina Belina. I'm looking for my girl Sugar Delights having an interview with the OG about some things in the YouTube community and what's going on out there. What's up, peoples? What's going on? How everybody feeling? I know it's late on the east side, but we from the east side, and this is how we ride. But what's going on, man? I came out here, like I said, to show my face, let it be known that this is how we do history. You know, I wanted to let the OG come up here and let it be known like how it goes down on the YouTube streets these days. Get the career in the words of the OG, the sister Sugar Delight, supposed to come and join us, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, this morning. Like I said, for us on the east, for the people on the west side, and my peoples across the country, they'll step in. Don't feel afraid. Don't be scared. Just come in, take the vibes. You might have to buckle your seatbelts for this one, but it should be good. Just waiting on the guests to arrive. You know how it is. Don't be afraid to pull up. If you're new, you came by me the channel, new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, just have fun. And yeah, like I said, T History. And this is another edition of one of the interviews and the people to do the same thing that we all like to see get done. I'm just waiting for it because she probably was still over there on her live and doing her thing. So hopefully in a few without, saying too much longer, that's how it always works. You know, nobody's professional here. We all just try to get it in the way we fit in. But again, man, hopefully everybody had a nice day. Everybody was safe and everybody, is just living the best lives that they can live out here. We still dealing with 19 and the bull BS that goes on. And hopefully your paper's right. And again, hopefully you're smiling. Give me a thumbs up. See once CBS is in the building, and that's what's good. That's another thing I want to put out there. Is man, everybody's content is different, and people call content whatever they come up with. But at the same time, man, certain people be looking for footage, and some people get interviews and do certain things the best way that they can do them, man. Don't kill the messenger, man. People are trying to give you entertainment or give you what they can give, and certain people might have to pay for certain things or go through, saying hoops and go through a lot of stuff to get you some good entertainment, some footage, and the person that they're interviewing might say whatever they say out their mouth. So it's not on the interviewer's responsibility of what the person that they're interviewing views are or what they say and what they've done or they might haven't done for you to then, you know, threaten or talk to the person just putting it out there unless you know that it's a blatant lie, or also that the vlogger or the blogger himself or herself is also adding on or calling the person or a victim or something else out of their name or their character. That's when it's a problem. But besides that, like I said, don't shoot the messenger, man, because everybody's trying to get your entertainment. If it was coming from another color or from a different person, you wouldn't have a problem with it. So don't do it just because it's a regular YouTuber or somebody that, say you met on the internet, or you feel as though you could just say, hey, man, when I see you, I'm going to pull up, I'm going to do this and that to you, because you don't do that to the people at CNN. You don't do it to the people on cable. You don't pull up on HBO journalists or ESPN journalists. So don't do it to your brother or your sister because they have content that you might not like. Just don't deal with the person or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I just have a few, saying a few words with things like that. You know, again, man. At the same time, we wait, see if the guest is gonna come. Like I said, it's late, waiting for a guest. Due time. Anybody got any questions for me or is around and my normal the new kids is around, say what you're gonna say. Where's my man Karan at? On the Lakers, he took another one. LeBron sat. Sports been really popping, saying, the basketball been back. Like I said, next week the sports show will definitely be in full effect. See that I got my PS camera popping, Karan, you know what I'm saying? So when I get on the joints now, I can give a little commentary to my football. So we'll see what's up. Looking for people to start pulling up. Yeah, I still see two people in the building. Just give me a second. I got y'all. I'm just trying to locate because you know me. I still have an open panel. If they don't come through and get some entertainment and stuff, I just didn't I didn't I just wanted to come through and I want to keep y'all entertained at the same time too. Because like I said, once she get through here, definitely be fun. Just want to make sure that they come and I don't want y'all just sitting there neither. Get something off of here. Yeah. Tina Belina, hey babes. Where's our guest at? Where's the big homie at? There's not people out here. I show anticipation spans. I don't want everybody just waiting around.
I just love hitting the open road, telling people that Liberty Mutual customizes your insurance.
Told her she knows we talk about this for a whole day now. Did do that for me. She already knew. I told her. She said it herself. She was waiting in the fence. Yeah, what's going on, y'all? So I'm just waiting for the guests, like I said before. So What's going on with y'all this evening, man? Everybody, they must be still in tune with their favorites. I know how it be. Everybody be on the YouTube scenery and be having their own show. Why? I understand why it won't. Tina, see if you can come in. Let me see. I don't understand why. Tina, see if you can touch the link. I don't understand why you wouldn't be able to. What are you using? I don't understand. What are you using? I'm throwing the link out there. It shouldn't be no problem. Especially if it's up there. If I'm up there and y'all can see me and hear me, and this thing is coming straight through. And all this time, I don't. You said it's not working. Oh, let me see. Yeah, what's wrong with this thing? Is just acting up? Hold up. Damn, man, why this thing is going? It's probably just because this thing is just acting a fool. Try it now. I don't understand what's going on. Shouldn't usually be no problem. There you go. Finally. Try it now. I don't understand what's going on. Shouldn't usually
Okay.
be no problem. You got to check out now. You got to check out how you got here so it don't double up.
Yep. Yep.
You got it.
I got it. Did it pop up?
Yeah, yeah. Hold on.
All right.
All right. So thanks for the people that's here for a minute. That's been waiting. That's how they do us as black folk. We black folks. So thank you. All right. Will you let is there? So will you let the people all across the world and the globe know who you are?
Let me get this together here. Hold on, baby. All right. Say that again now.
I said, will you let the people across the globe and the world know who you are?
I am Sugar Delights the plug, giving you the 411 straight up out of Pittsburgh by way of Detroit. I rep 412 all day long. I give hope, I give knowledge, I give growth, and
I will also cuss you out fast.
Can you put can you put a little bit of value to it?
What you mean? Value.
Oh no. Fell out of the thing. Fell out. I was asking for it to be a little bit louder. Just could we speak a little bit louder? I always ask for that. I must be deaf or something. We lost the guys that don't understand.
We're gonna get this right sooner or later.
All right. So I was asking, so you said you said you was from Pittsburgh. You was from Pittsburgh all your life?
No, I actually I grew up in Detroit, Michigan.
Well, awesome. For like
Hmm.
the beginning of your life, how was it growing up in Detroit?
Oh, Detroit was rough. I grew up in Detroit like right after the riots, like after Martin Luther King, got shot. I was like, I'm 56 now, so I was young when I moved to Detroit. I was like 3 years old. So all of my formative years have been in Detroit. Um, Detroit was rough. I was inner city, but Detroit was like a pretty chocolate city. We seen like for me, it was nothing to see somebody black owning a grocery store, like a major grocery store or a business. Beer and wine was always legal down there. Like so, there was always corner stores and black owned businesses, and I grew up in a very very cultural, black, ethnic, really. Um, I attended um, Black Panther camps every summer for like maybe 4 summers in a row. The name of the program was called Tighten Up, where we learned Swahili. We knew what red, black, and green meant. We learned drills. So, like, real activism, yeah, that was instilled in me growing up in Detroit. And then too, I seen a lot of the street life in Detroit. Like
Uh
I
huh.
seen a lot of the, you know, pimps and hoes and drug deals and shootings and uh, you know, stuff that probably somebody my age shouldn't have seen. I've seen a lot. I used to hang out in a pool hall and hustle pool, and I was like 8 years old, busting down 22, 23, 30-year old men, killing them in pool. Um, like, I've always been around that type of environment. So, uh, the hustle game, as far as hustling, not like, selling no drugs or nothing like that, but as far as like, recognizing game, yeah, I've been
That's just,
around that like a long time.
so I would say, like when your teenage years came around, how did that influence you? Did any of that type of stuff rub off in you? What did you want to be, growing up as a young lady?
Wow, T, you asking some deep questions. Okay, so as a
If that's
teenager,
the case.
as a teenager growing up, as a teenager growing up, I wanted to do hair in Paris. I wanted to live internationally. I wanted to. That was like a big dream because I was always into cosmetology and doing hair and makeup and all of that. So that was like the big dream for me was to go to Paris and do hair. But when we moved to Pittsburgh, I was in culture shock because Pittsburgh to me is like seriously racist, especially Pittsburgh itself and the county that I'm in. But as a teenager, Detroit just gave me confidence for real because being popular in school, being well known, uh, from I mean, I used my boyfriend, his father and them, they owned a cab company, so they were really big. It was Detroit City Cabs, and they were, that was my boyfriend, so he was well known for that, and so I became well known because I went with him. So teenage years was cool because like I got to go to all of the concerts and stuff and participate in probably some stuff that a lot of other people never got a chance to see. But the grit and the grime was in the inner city, and I was always around it. So, it was me and my sister and my two sisters, and my mom, and like, hey, my mom was working, and we were all self sufficient, but we wasn't like raunchy or hanging out. Me, I was the wild child. I was the one that wanted to walk on the wild side. I wanted to hang out on the host stroll where the pimps and hoes and the pool hall was and the bar was. And I wanted to hang out all in there. So I was one of them type of teenagers, that would sneak
Okay.
out and go look at stuff that I shouldn't be involved in.
All right. So let's deep frog into that. So at some point, I think because I heard you in the past on something. So what's the trials and tribulations that you get into as a young lady? What type of things that you end up getting into that might have gotten you into some type of trouble or whatever?
Ooh, wow. Well, let's see. I got molested by a
I
teacher.
mean,
I know,
yeah,
right?
go ahead. You can only go. You don't have to go deep into. You just. I want you to just talk about trials and tribulations. You don't have to go
Yeah.
too far into
No,
stuff
but
that doesn't.
like stuff that shaped me and molded me. As far as just living in the inner city of Detroit, um, it gave me like street street awareness, street game, street knowledge. All that came from Detroit. All of it.
Mhm.
Uh, and when I got here, it seemed in Pittsburgh, it seemed that they were like 17 years behind Detroit.
Mhm.
So when I got to Pittsburgh, I was running circles around people
Okay.
because of what they were so lame and so like I want to like countrified, so uh like there was nothing for us to do marches and sit-ins and stuff in Detroit. And in Pittsburgh, they don't do that here. You got to be quiet. You got to step it and fetch it. That type of thing. So I didn't blend too well, and so
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
that kind of made me different.
So what type of stuff did you end up getting into in Pittsburgh, or like what did so what eventually like happened?
In Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
well, in Pittsburgh, I owned my own business. Um, in Pittsburgh, did I was a nursing assistant by trade. I worked in the hospital, but I also did stuff on the side. I was one of them people that did Mary Kay, Tupperware. Uh, I even did lingerie. I sold bedroom, candy Burris. I was a consultant for bedroom candies. I did that. I ran an escort service. Um, I did the 1-800 976-1616 LIVE. I did all kinds of shit. Like I was in and out. I did um parties like as far as the red light district stuff. Yeah, I did that. But I also DJ. I also plan weddings. I coordinate weddings. I decorate weddings, parties, bar mitzvahs, everything. So I'm like a jack of all trades, you know what I mean? The master of none. I just do everything. So like people always call me and like, pick my brain for ideas on new parties to have. Um yeah, I'm that person. I'm the person that would always give a cookout, always give a party, always have something going on as far as being involved with community activities.
Mm-hmm.
um by my niece getting shot up in 2010, victim of the violent crime. I'm involved with them. I have been doing a Jamaican fund that I've had for 7 years. It's been 2 years since I've been to Jamaica, but I usually go every year. And I have a couple of sponsors that'll send me um non-perishable items, things like soap and deodorant and things that we buy for $1 here in Jamaica cost them $7, $8. So I just collect stuff as I go. Once a year I send 2 barrels down there and then I just go pass them out in gift bags. I've been doing that for this will be 7 years, but I haven't been in 2 years. But that fund has been going. It's not a non-profit organization. It's just something that I've
Mm-hmm.
started personally on my own. But as far as my life, no kids, don't want none,
Okay. So
single
did
and like
like
that. Hmm.
so like I said, any of the time that you was out there, even if it was like any racial profiling, anything, there was any time that you got any run-ins with the police or any
Oh, all the time, all the
yeah, I'm just
time,
how these people is, so that's why I
all
wanted
the
you to
time,
talk about the like
all the
any type
time.
of stuff like that. Right.
Man, look, shit. I have gone to jail.
You know
They
how
have
these
put
people is.
me.
I need you to talk about that type of stuff. You know how the listeners
Uh
of these
huh.
people are. They like to hear
Yep.
that type
Look,
of shit.
man, I had criminal history, not criminal, simple assaults, criminal mischief, uh, aggravated assault, uh, that kind of stuff. Never no felony. Always a misdemeanor at the low, never a misdemeanor three or nothing like that. Um, I did time, 5 years, and it was for fighting.
You
Um,
said 5 years for fighting.
well, I mean, I did a little bit more than fighting.
The
You know how
crack
we like
or
to
beat the
minimize
shit
it.
out of
You,
somebody. Five.
I'm trying to minimize it, right? No, all right. This is what happened. There was some girls that came. They was trying to go after the boyfriend. I told you that. Was pretty well off. Everybody was after him. He was a good looking guy. Um, and he was trying to talk to another chick at some time. But anyway, um, they came in through my picture glass window, 5 girl deep, right? So I ran
Uh-huh.
into the bedroom, all right, because all I see is these 5 chicks coming through the window. You know how they had them big picture windows? She
Uh-huh.
coming through the window, and it's 5 of them. I'm like, what the hell? They coming to get me because the one girl, she's trying to talk to my boyfriend, and he might try to talk to her or whatever. So I run in my bedroom, and they like trying to kick at the door and everything. I had to put a dresser up underneath the door, and like wedge myself in between, to try to get them from getting in the room. And I'm like, oh, what the hell's going on? Now, I knew who they were. I seen all their faces because they came. I'm in the dining room. They come in my living room, and I'm looking like, what the hell is this? And they come charging at me. So I run in the bedroom, close the door. So after they leave and everything, I'm looking around. After a couple hours, I'm like, all right. So my boyfriend's car is parked outside. I get in the car. I go to the grocery store. I come around the corner and I see one of the girls that had ran in my house earlier. I went and got my baseball bat at the back of my car, or his car, and she was walking. I walked up behind her on a sneak tip, and I just started beating her with the bat. I didn't hit her head. I avoided her head because I didn't want to kill her, but I broke some bones. But what got me in jail was I got in the car, premeditated, and ran over her feet.
Listening.
So that's what got me the time. Now I could have got a year, right? 2 years. I was good and walked off the 3 on probation, but I didn't want to. I wanted to get out and I didn't want to be on paper.
Okay.
So I did the whole thing. The whole 5. Give me the whole 5. Because the girl actually, she walks messed up now. And the judge said the reason why it was that deep was because of me actually getting in the car and running over her feet. And then I was real like cocky and bold about it. And when you young and dumb, you say and do young and dumb shit. If I would have conducted
Right.
myself probably a little bit better in court, it probably wouldn't have been that bad. But
Mm-hmm.
I went to Muncie and it was all what everybody try to say it is. It wasn't peaches and cream, but I got along with everybody and I worked in the library like Shawshank, dude from Shawshank Redemption.
Right.
I was the dude in the library.
Right. So that's what I was
I
gonna
was
ask you. So even though that's not a good place, did you learn anything? What you would say that you learned with being doing your stint?
what I learned was there's a lot of misguided souls. And some people are in jail that should not be in there. Some of the stuff
Mm-hmm.
that people done, especially what I did was not actually a crime of passion, but kind of borderline that because it was involving somebody, you know, a guy in the triangle or what such sorts. But there has been, I met people that were in there for shit they shouldn't even been in there for. Like they slipped
Mm-hmm.
through the cracks and they didn't have good representation. You know what I mean? They had a public defender that didn't give a damn. Like they shouldn't have been in there. And some of the ones who didn't just like get in and fit in, I was lucky because I knew people that was already in there. So it was kind of easier for me, if you want to say it's easier. But some of the ones that got in trouble all the time, like all of the violence and you know, just the setups that they were doing in there, that's the thing that probably bothered me the most about being in there. And I was just glad I wasn't one of those ones that went to jail and had to deal with that kind of life in there. Like I had everything I needed and everything I wanted. Only thing I didn't have was my freedom. And that might sound like the only thing I didn't have was my freedom, because when I came out at 26, I was good to go.
Hmm.
I did it. I didn't get beat up. I didn't look like I've been tore down, from the floor up. I didn't I didn't suffer as bad. Maybe it's probably somebody else or others that I've seen, but I was cool with everybody. Nobody
Yeah.
messed with me.
So did you learn any skills or any talents while you was in there?
Yeah, hell yeah. In that library and reading, yeah. hmm I learned a lot. I learned a lot about political science, which always has me involved in voters registration, always has me involved with unionizing, always has me involved in activism, all of that. I learned like a little bit of everything. That's why I say jack of all trades, because I learned a little bit of everything. Not enough to get a degree, but definitely a street degree, a street PhD. And knowing that people can't pull the wool over your eyes, and knowing that all you got to do is just, especially with Google, then it wasn't Google, but you had to actually look stuff up. And I'm still old school just like that. There's times when I actually go into a library and sit in the library and read. Not get on the
Hmm.
computer, no, open up a book and read the old way, because to me it sinks in better. But in I learned how to function amongst some of the worst criminals. And these people weren't like they stereotyped them to be in the movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't like that. It wasn't like how all of the bad shit they put out there. It was not like that.
Right.
These women were together, created on their own, not like the Crips and the Bloods, and it wasn't like that. It was just a group of women that got along and they became family with amongst themselves, and they all looked out for each other.
You have is anybody that you still connect with out of that group?
Oh
I know that's
yeah.
probably not a long time
Oh
ago.
hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Me and
Do
like
any
three of my
or do
cellies. Three of them. All, yes, we still in contact with each other. They never went back, and neither did none of us never went back.
that's good. Has any of them got any businesses or got anything going on? Or I mean, that might be a lot to ask. Or anybody got
Well, I
something
know
noteworthy?
my one friend. She has a daycare. She has a daycare. She lives in Flagstaff, Arizona, and she has a daycare. She owns a daycare. Um, let's see, the one that is where she live at? I think she's still in upstate New York.
Well, how
She
about
went on
before you?
and I'm trying to think. I can't think right now. But I know, yeah, my one
Well,
friend I'm
did
constantly
you?
talking to.
All right. So what about far as like, because you said that the people kind of gravitate you. Did you have any problems in there at all? Even though you said it was kind of like, because I even know that I've had a situation like it don't be what they put on TV. They always got to just like now again. There's always got to be an entertainment value to everything. So that's why I think when people put that like that with jail and prison don't be everything they say, even though it is still dangerous and your
Yeah,
stomach is have butterfly.
yeah.
But did you get into since up here in the second half of what's going to start coming up on this interview is that did you attract any trouble? Did you get into any type of fights, any scuffle in there? Did you have any type of problems?
Well, like I said, I was the lucky one because when I got there, I had somebody already there, and I just happened to be on the same part as this person. So when I got there, she already knew I was coming. So, and she was already well known.
Okay.
All right. So when I got there, the protection was already there for me. And I didn't have to endure a lot of, like, not arguments, yeah, but not fights. No, no fights, no fights. COs got along with all of them. Didn't have anything like that because prior to that, and even a little after I got out, I still had a little bit of anger in me, defiant, because I did think the punishment did not fit the crime. See, I was still on that. But now, in hindsight, I understand now. But then I didn't. I was still mad at the judicial system. I was just mad. I just thought it was no
Right.
justice. But being in there, I knew that I was gonna be all right because I had a big cousin in there. I was like, I'm good. Soon as I hit, I was good. She was cool with everybody. She was like she was one of them type of people that she was in jail for like big drugs, big time, like
Mhm.
on some like for real. Because after she did that time, after she did the state, she had to go do fair time too. So
Yeah.
she did both, but yeah, she
So
just
y'all's up in there smoking mad weed and shit.
man, we look. There was nothing anything that you can get outside on the street, you can get in jail.
I know that part, but I'm talking about you and her because you said she was the big lady, so you was with the big homie. So what did you have? What type of accommodations did you have chilling with the big homie?
Everything, commissary, food. She got me the library gig. Man, everything, everything.
Get you a couple of strip teasers.
Strip teases. No, no. I ain't letting
Get
none of
you a
the
couple of
dykey
extra.
broads get to me.
Get a couple of extra leg rubs and some extra
No.
back
Uh-uh.
massages and shit.
Nah. Nothing like that. I ain't let
Extra
I
honey.
ain't let them get to
Sugar.
me. I ain't let them get to me. And then what's really funny is that
Got the
you know my cousin that was up there, she had like three or four of them.
mm,
Like she really had like on some straight up what's the name of the movie? Come on, I love that movie. God damn it. Come on now, you know the name of the movie, Goldie. not Superfly. The Mac,
Uh huh.
the Mac. Like she really had their minds controlled.
Oh, mind control. She
She
have mind
really had
control.
their minds
Yeah.
controlled.
Mm.
She used to tell me,
So
she said,
all
"Cuz,
right,
watch this." She used to tell
Ron
me,
O'Neal.
"Cuz,
I
watch
mean,
this."
yeah, Ron O'Neal.
She said, "Watch this. I'm gonna get her to be mad at her, and I'm gonna make them two get in an argument. But watch what I do with them, and then I'm gonna make them stop." And I was like, "How you gonna do that?" She said, "I'm gonna give them one look and watch. They look, both of them look at me and watch them stop." And I was like, "What?" So she used to do shit like that all the time. But if they mess with, it was my cousin. So if they mess with me, she was like, "That's my cousin. Don't play with her. She ain't with that. You know what I mean? Don't
So
mess with
what's
her."
her, so what's her situation? You said she ain't coming home, but you said she had to go to the Fed, so she's still locked up, or she home?
Is she home? Is she
Oh, that's
home? Is she home?
she ain't- she ain't whipping that Pyrex no more, is she?
Nope. Nope. Settled and got her a nice little
What up,
3 bedroom
Bobs?
house.
Thanks for coming, bro.
Chilling. Hey,
That's the big
chilling.
brother bad vibes. He know too much. He know too much about what you talking about.
Yep.
Um. So all right. So let me say what's the okay. So let's get out of there. Unless there's something else that you want to say special about being in that situation.
Which internet situation? You mean the beef?
Not just being inside the on the facility. Like
Oh,
let's
being
you just because I'm being inside in the big home in the big cousin. I wanted to just switch it
if it
up a
was
little bit.
not for her, I wouldn't have been able to do it.
Okay. So
She made
okay.
it
So
seem like we wasn't in there.
okay.
You know, if that
So
makes any sense.
yeah, I understand what you're saying. So
She made
what?
it seem like we weren't in there. That's what she kept it. She kept my mind so preoccupied with every day was something different. Even in the days where anybody else would have considered was boring, I was lucky. And she was like, "You gonna stay in here?" I said, "Yeah, I'm walking off." Cause she said, "Damn," and that just gave me that much more respect from other people because
Yeah.
everybody, was like, "She ain't getting out." I'm like, "No, I'm
Vibes
staying
is
in
her
here with
personal
you."
joint. I don't do that when it's her personal joint. So I like I said, I want you to like talk when you like so just get out of there. That's why I was asking, was it something else that you just wanted to say about that? I want you to say, so what's up? Because we're gonna get to this. I got a couple of things that like I usually do my game and stuff. I'm gonna put that in the middle of this. So I want you to just tell me something briefly, like so when you get out of there. So because when you get out of there, we're talking what like so this is like at least even a dime ago, like at least a decade ago, right?
Yes, yes.
So what do you do when you get out of there?
Well, the first thing I did was go to the female offenders program. First thing I did.
All right.
And then I worked on
So
expungement.
I talk about it.
I worked on expungement. I worked on selling records, selling that so that I can get employment. Um, I diligently worked on that. It took me a while to get anywhere, but believe it or not, Raw Be Privileged on here gave me some information, and I got on it. I had to pay, but my records for my jail time got sealed. Uh, a lot of the stuff that went on as far as just criminal mischief or any fights that I got into after jail, they got wiped up. Some of the stuff is still on there, like recent shit, like maybe the last 10 years when that cop pulled that bullshit about prostitution and solicitation and bribery and all that bullshit. They talked that down to a
What
summary offense, but it's still on there.
See, that's what I'm talking about. We need to get into these the missing because you're talking about stuff that I don't know. It's a lot of it's my
And
viewers and stuff.
look,
So talk about stuff like that, honey. That's what I'm saying.
one
So
time
somebody
I
accused
got
you.
one time, all right, this cop, we were driving. My friend was driving. He had dropped a cell phone. He swerved a little bit. Whoop, whoop. Car pulled us over. Cop made dude get out the car, made the other girl get out the car. I was in the back, made us all get out the car. Put the girl in the front, put me in the back, and gave him a sobriety test. He was testing him on the same thing like 3 and 4 times. It was like once he got to like 4 and 5 times, I said, dang, like, damn, are you serious right now? Like, and I said that, and the cop was like right in my face so fast. And I was like, you know how you put your hand up and back up, like you in my personal perimeter. Like I said, yo, you rolling up on me too fast like that. What's up? And I put my hand out. He said, oh, you're interrupting, the whatever investigation shit he was saying. I said, no, but I'm just saying you gave him the same test 3 times. He just said he dropped the phone. He's not drunk. Like, why are you like, when is this going to be over? Because I want to go home. And he was like, well, what are you in a hurry to do? And then he looked me up and down and he said, oh, you're dressed like a hoe and he must be your pimp. And I said, yeah, well, if I'm a hoe and he my pimp, you can't afford me. He said, it don't cost
Oh
much.
shit.
And I said,
Oh damn.
well, motherfucker, do you got $5,000? And some shit I said smart out my mouth. And the next thing I knew was click, click, and the bracelets was on me and my ass was going to damn jail.
Oh damn.
Just like that. The man had prostitution, bribery, and invading the
Bribery.
investigation. No, bribery.
I heard. I didn't say
Like he
robbery. I
said,
said bribery.
yeah, bribery. He said I tried to bribe him.
Oh no.
Yeah. And said I tried to bribe him with the sexual favors because I was a prostitute.
So what ended up coming
Yeah.
of that?
That shit's
What
still
ended
on
up coming
there.
of that?
That shit's still on there.
Oh,
Oh
so I'm
yeah.
saying, oh, so it's on your record. It's something that you
Right
still
now.
you're going to court for that. You're going to court for that
No,
currently.
no, that's all been dealt with. But it's knocked down to a summary offense, but still, that still reads like that. I got I had 15 charges that got expunged and off my record. I'm down to 3. One is sealed and the other
I
2.
see what you said.
See what I'm saying? Because I want to be able to pass a criminal background check without that coming up.
Okay.
Yep.
I see what you're saying.
It's like it's a domino effect. It's like once you get in the system and they run and your name and they see your rap sheet or whatever, they make the
Mhm.
decision on what they want to do right then and there.
All right.
They don't even care. It's like they don't care, and they don't care now if you're a female or not.
Right. Listen, this is what I
They don't.
want to do for everybody involved, for you and everybody. Tina, do the same thing. I want to give it like a 5 minute intermission. I want to come back and finish this because I know how people are. This is long enough. We're gonna continue this just in like 3 minutes. I just want to close this one and come right back because like we're
Okay.
gonna go over, and I know how people show anticipation spans is. If it be too much longer than what we're gonna do, people are not gonna watch it. So I'm gonna close this and just come right back. As soon as you see me back live, just come right back on. We're getting right back to the show, so come right back, okay?
Okay.
Anybody involved, come right back. I'm just closing it now because people are not gonna watch this the way it's gonna be. The length's gonna be.